Playthrough of a certain dude's VRMMO Life Episode 3, Earth is lying around and tells us fairies love him. He cannot make a contract with a fairy because his crystal is broken, but fairies just come up to him and they love him. He goes into a cave with his new shoes he created last episode. He fights a spider and is able to win using those new shoes. Dark fairies appear and they guide Earth to treasure. Inside is a ring, and none of us know what this ring is for. Could be there for looks. The second half of the Fairy Ball is going to start soon. It is going to be a battle tournament. During the tournament, fairies can evolve by winning or participating in one-on-one fights. This is the game encouraging the players to fight different opponents. The Fairy Battle Tournament is only for the top 16 players who win in the one-on-one fights. The second half of the event, players can get character titles to stand out, and fairies can act independently. One important announcement is that broken crystals can be repaired depending on how well you do. So this is good news for Earth. Earth learns from the Crafts Guild no one is going to force him to fight a one-on-one. If they do, the whole guild will band together and agree not to like this player. There was a new town recently added to the game. This is where players are going to fight one-on-one. Earth goes to the current town and is automatically given a character title when he logs back in. He is a fairy playa. Earth wants to fight someone so he can get rid of this title. I do not know how fighting will get rid of this title. This was not explained. Will his fairy title disappear if he loses or wins? I do not know. Rona from Blue Color says she will fight Earth. She is good at martial arts and wants to fight Earth, who uses kicks. Her fairy, though, has other ideas. Her fairy does not want to fight Earth. This is not the only fairy who denies a one-on-one fight with Earth. Earth is waiting and waiting for someone's fairy to agree to fight him. As he waits, he is asked to cook food for a player's fairy who is not eating the game's bread. He says he can do that, no problem. From here, other players find out, and now Earth is cooking food for all the players in this town. Rana calls Earth asking for help, and Earth already knows what she will ask because everyone in the game is having the same problem. That problem is their fairies are not eating anything besides Earth's food. After cooking food for everyone's fairies, Rona and Earth go to the new town together. As soon as they arrive, there is a one-on-one match. The match gets started and they fight each other, but the player with the wolf loses. His fairy is not listening to any commands. Earth tells Rona the fairy didn't listen because this player is misusing his fairy. He is not nice to his fairy and has been overusing the fairy. This has made the fairy not like this player. Earth, next time he logs in, is approached by this exact same player and his wolf fairy. The player asks Earth how to treat his fairy better so his fairy will listen to his commands, and mainly so his fairy doesn't kill him. Earth tells this player to not solve the issue with money. All he needs to do is treat his fairy like a friend, actually show he cares. I do love how this anime is talking about a video game, though this applies in real life. Do not be a jerk to animals. Do not mistreat animals. The player asks Earth to make his fairy food as an apology. The fairy does eat the food Earth made. The fairy, though, has not forgiven this player for being misused after one meal. It is a slow, long progress for the fairy to forgive the player. Once they leave after getting advice from Earth, a man named Silver appears. He wants to talk to Earth. The end for episode 3. In this episode, the most important lesson to walk away with is do not be a jerk to animals. Episode 4, we will see what Silver wants. I think it will be asking Earth to do a special secret mission that only Earth can do. Share this video, subscribe to my channel, and be nice to animals.